Hi, this is Ilene Rein from Pounding Pavement 101. I am here with my superstar client, Angela Pumford. Angela, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
I am so excited for your new job. But I wanted to have a conversation with you just about how we met and how we got you to that point. So we met through a networking contact.
That's right. Yeah, I was I really try to reach out and meet as many people as I can. And there was a women's networking group and met a friend of yours and told her kind of what I was, looking for something new and looking for a different career. And I just had not had luck doing it on my own. So I knew I needed help. And so I was really thankful that she connected me with you because I really do feel like the pounding pavement really made, your program made a difference for me.
That's wonderful to hear. So let's kind of take you through that whole process. We started with resume development. So we developed a completely different resume than what you had in the past, really based on how the recruiters search. And I think what's interesting about this process is because now you're going to be a director of sales, you've learned now what to look for in resumes as you're hiring.
I'm doing that right now. So it was very timely. Yes. I had just, I don't even know that you knew this, but I had 4 resume writers. I had gone through, spent thousands of dollars. And partly, and I'm sure like maybe people watching this video can connect with how I feel, but like I didn't have time to spend on it. I'm traveling and seeing customers and a lot of people are depending on me, and I'm like, well, just have somebody else do it. But that's just really the wrong way and the wrong approach, and obviously it wasn't working. And so yeah, I can't say enough good things. I immediately after doing the resume rewrite, it helped me get the job. There's no doubt about it.
What's interesting is, and I don't believe in resume writers, okay, because they're usually writers, social workers, psychologists, or someone who just woke
I
up one
don't
day.
either anymore.
What
I
it
won't ever
really
tell anyone to use one. So
well, and look, there's a place for everything, but the reality is I'm as a executive recruiter, I'm looking at 500 plus resumes a day.
mhm.
So I'm really showing you exactly how to set it up based on how recruiters search, because
Mhm.
the reality is you know your background better than anyone. So
Mhm.
why are you handing it off to someone who doesn't know you, doesn't know the depth of your experience? I would
It's so
rather
true. Yeah.
teach you the process. So this way now also you know it moving forward.
It's so true, what you say, and that you really have to take the onus to do it yourself. And even then, we still need help to articulate our value. And that was part of the process that you really helped me with, that was so valuable, and why I've sent friends to you. It's that sometimes, well, for me, that was, they say, well, you should be able to just talk about yourself and sell yourself. And that should be the easiest thing because you know yourself the best of anyone. But to put it on paper and be able to really show, what are your strengths? What have you actually done? What really needs to go on the resume to really make you shine? And, your template and how you laid everything out, and even the wording, like, it was a process, and it took more time than I had thought it would, but it was so important, to go, you and I working back and forth together of, going through line after line, like my old resume, and why, recruiters were looking at it and probably just never calling me. One thing I tell my friends this, that I send to you, um, the first line of my resume said 20-year seasoned sales representative. And I had never thought until you said like that, you don't want that on your resume because,
Well, that's the old way of doing things.
Right.
Okay. So, just like every other industry changes, this has changed too, as to how to present yourself. And then we moved into interview preparation.
Mhm.
And I can only assume that that was enlightening as to based on what the recruiters are actually listening for. And boy, you're going to be a better interviewer now.
Yeah, and up to the point, I mean, by the time I reached out to you, I mean, I had been through so many interviews and failed. But they say you have to fail in order to get to your next thing. But I mean, I had already I was happy to see a lot in your modules that I took of things that I had learned the hard way. So I think people that are going to take your class are going to learn, things that I learned, by making the mistake during an interview. So you hit all the points, I will say. And then
Wonderful.
the interview prep was really helpful. And I'll just mention, like, thank goodness you were there for me. And I really felt that support, through the whole process because immediately I had someone calling me wanting me to interview, and I'm like, okay, we gotta speed this process up. And you made the time for me, and I was really appreciative because it really did help me prepare. And even some of the silly questions that were on there, like, it's always, I have had some of those questions asked to me.
Yeah, they are asked.
You have to, it's good to just be over prepared. And I think that's really what your program, helped me with.
Wonderful. And yeah, you went right into an interview immediately. So we never even really started the job search process, but you had a different type of job search. Okay. We were targeting a certain industry. We were really focused on that next level for you. So we got you there, but then we also, I was available for questions every step of the way as you were going through salary negotiation and how to word things, how to approach them, even how to eventually quit your job and how to resign.
Yeah, it would, that I was so thankful again for the support. Like, I would tell anyone to do it. Because yeah, even from, I reached out to you with questions about my offer, and you helped me gather some points like, okay, you need to think about X, Y, and Z. And in the end, I got everything that I wanted and asked for. And also on top of that, helped me talk through my resignation with my current company, and then moving into the next. So having that support for me was really helpful for the time. And your advice was solid. And even though, like, I didn't want to do some of them, like, I just said, okay, I'm gonna do what she said and take the advice, and wait it out and make sure everything was a total green light for background checks and everything, before moving forward. And I think because of that, everything went super positively. And and I was even able to work out like a really nice and positive exit with my current company. So,
well, yeah, and you don't want to burn any bridges. It's a small industry. I think it's a small world. You never know when you're going to run into people again. I am so excited for you. And the only thing that I'm upset about is that I don't get to meet with you weekly anymore.
well, thank you. Really, your program helped me get to that next level. It was a real challenge, and it was a great experience. And I would tell anyone to go for it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this, and good luck in your next position, and stay in touch.
Thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll definitely stay in touch.
Okay, thanks.